Beech Grove has a real identity that is a community inside a larger city. We've got all the best of both worlds. We've got a small town feel, we've got a traditional main street, and yet we're only 7 minutes from downtown Indianapolis, 12 minutes from the airport, only a few minutes from any interstate going any direction. So I think we have the best of both worlds to offer.
One of the eyesores of Beech Grove has always been the Emerson Avenue corridor. I just think it needed some upgrading and some improvement, and to just see concrete and barriers just wasn't very enticing.
And back in '72, when Indianapolis was planning Emerson Avenue, of course, Beech Grove was directly impacted by Emerson Avenue. They said, hey, we're planning to open Main Street up to Emerson Avenue, and all members of the council expressed agreement that they favor the Albany Street being open rather than Main Street. So they said, no, close off Main, protect that. Main Street is our heart and soul. We're trying to, at least from a local government standpoint, the first thing you have to do is remove the physical barriers. You got to make it so that Main Street is, first of all, inviting. It's easy to get to, and the first thing that had to happen was that intersection in Emerson, Maine had to be completely reconstructed. And getting rid of the wall was step one. Were you here when that wall was built?
Oh yeah, my grandpa used to be mayor of Beech Grove. That wall went all the way across there. We'd sit right there in that front glass, and we would watch car after car run right into it.
Really?
Yeah, instead of turning, they would just go straight like they wanted to turn out on the Emerson, and boom!
What did it do to his business when they built it?
Just destroyed it.
You were there before they cut that little hole out on Main Street. So did you see much improvement after that?
A little bit. Made it a little bit easier for people to get here.
But still an emotional barrier, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think the wall served a good purpose. I think a more modern looking intersection with shrubbery and landscaping and a walkway and everything is certainly a positive step.
Beech Grove Mayor vows to work with MPO on Emerson Avenue projects or improvements, tear down the wall. And quoted as saying, even if it takes a sledgehammer and me swinging it, that's going to happen. Don't look at something and say you can't change it. Look at something and say, here's what we would like for it to be. So one of the toughest things that people have to do is to imagine what it could be.
We're victims of we don't like change, and we're used to something and we kind of like it to stay that way, but I think change is good, and I think the city of Beech Grove needed some change.
Emerson Avenue is the first and probably the most key project because it's part of 8 larger projects. It's a big project in and of itself, but it tightly integrates with Main Street project, and it tightly integrates with the redevelopment strategies for the railroad properties. So it's more than just an Emerson Avenue project. It's the first piece of a bunch of projects that are going to fit together. There's so much more to do. That was just the start.